All right, so far we've talked about paperwork, we've talked about eligibility. Now we're going to talk about responsibility of you as a head coach. Some things you must think about is, the fact that you are a representation of or an extension of Statesville Middle School. Head coach's responsibilities are fairly simple. Get an eligibility list to me on time. On time means 3 weeks in advance, hopefully 3 weeks in advance. And like I said, I know we have some things happen and things like that, but 3 weeks before the first competition so we can get all that paperwork turned in the central office so we're not scrambling around at the last minute, so you can get your athletes on the field, have them all ready to go and properly equipped for competition. Next, facilitate the parent meetings. There is a mandatory parent meeting session, and that is to fill out most of the paperwork that's there, which I stated in the earlier presentation. Make sure that all that is taken care of, and if you need any help with the parent meeting, just let me know on some criteria you can follow. Now, this is tossed up on some things, set up your event if needed. Some people have to set up, you have basketball season and things like that, but like I said, if we work together, we can get all that taken care of. I will actually try to see about getting all of the clocks and things like that, locate those and get those in a central location so they're accessible to all. Marking all fields and things like that. I have access to all the paint and things, and we're at the point now where we're going to be cleaning the facilities and reorganizing and things like that. So if there's something that you located last season and you go there and it's not there, just ask me and I'll help you locate it. Now, make sure you pay attention to that statement, because this is going to actually be a signed contract by each head coach. Each head coach is responsible for the actions of your student athletes and assistant coaches and bench personnel. Anybody that travels with you and goes to a competition, or anybody that wears a athletic shirt, stating the sport, or anybody that's representing your sport, whether it be trainers, whether it be anything, you are responsible for their actions. Now, the reason why I put this in all caps is just to let you know that you might want to be selective on who you choose to support you, that's as your support staff, as you travel. That's a biggie. You don't want to have anybody on your staff that you have to keep up with, and that's as far as students. As far as adults, make sure you take care of that, and like I said, just monitor people and let everybody know what they're supposed to be doing. All right. Next, supervision at all practices, games, and trips. You are the supervisor at all of these three things that are listed above. The only people that can supervise a practice, if you have an assistant coach that is an employee of the school system, then they are the ones that can supervise if you're not there. But preferably, we need all head coaches at every single practice. So make sure that you schedule practices that you can attend. I know we have different factors and things like that, but when you're supervising children, supervising children is ranked very high in the job description. If you have any coach that is not employed by Idaho State School System, you must have their background check form in as early as possible. Here's what happens during the summer. You have people that are volunteers all around the school system. You have people that volunteer coach, that are lay coaches, bus drivers, new hires, all those different people in the whole school system that have to send background checks in. So when they submit those background checks, The higher the volume, then the slower the process. It's just like 5 o'clock traffic in Charlotte. Because what happens is you send those things in with everybody else, is going to slow down the process. So get those in as early as possible. Get those in my hands so I can get them to the proper channels and get your people that you want on your staff back to get the background checks done. Very short section. If you have any questions, feel free to email me and we'll go from there.